Hey guys, it's Diana, Art by Diana Myers, and I'm in the Artsy Rose group, I hope, right? Yeah, I am. Today we're going to do these boots. I was looking for something summery, but these are really fun to do, and I've done them a couple times, and you can see that I've done them in different styles. Polka dots, I'm thinking maybe stripes today, I'm not really sure, maybe I'll do polka dots again. But you can do any colors you want. The stencil is in, or tracer is in the group. I put it up in the featured, but it's down in the scroll too. So if you want to do that, just download it anytime. Rewatch this later. Yeah, so that's what we're doing today. Here's the, I didn't pick a picture, colored picture of it. I'm just going to go by my screen up here. So here's the tracer, and I'm going to show you I copied it onto. I'm doing it on my watercolor paper. This can store it good. I just did it on there. But you could do this on 11 by 12 canvas. You might be able to squeeze it in 8 by 10, but I think I do 11 by 12 because you want a background. Not going to do no reading, but I just want to remind you that next weekend, I have a few people in the challenge. Like Gail, different ones have done some artwork, so I'm probably going to give out a few prizes. One for, the best, and another for anything summer, and anything for most projects done. So you could win a couple prizes. So make sure you get your, it's got to be in here. It's got to be pictured in the group so that we can see it. And usually, like if there's a couple likes or something on it, that tells me that's one of the best. So just post it in here, guys. So let's see what else. That's pretty much it. And I'm looking to do some fall things with the ATC group. If you're interested in doing another mailing with us, let me know, or let us do a trade. I can trade some of my stuff for some of your stuff, which I've seen in another trade group, which Barb McMarion is in. I thought that was kind of a good idea. So if you got some paintings or little cards you want to show me, and I got some, I got lots of them, we can trade. And doing some kind of challenge in there too. So if you guys are still interested, give me a call, or just let me know in the comments, trade ATC or just trade, and I'll know that you're interested. So I'm not sure if I want to do like a fall thing or something like that. So maybe Halloween. I think we did Halloween last year. So one or the other, fall or Halloween. What do you think? All right, guys. I'll do a little survey too. So here we are. Now I haven't decided on what color yet. I kind of want to keep it in the fall side, but see where we go here. Be a little intuitive today and just do my own thing. Let me just put this underneath. I try to save these. I reuse my paper, guys. I mean, you could throw it away, but I've had this like over since I started doing this 4 years ago. This is only the second one I bought. It's getting so I gotta buy another one. So it should last you a couple of years, not more than that for you guys. But I reuse them. But after a while, they do get worn out. So you can see I put it on here. A couple bald spots if you want to fill it in with a pencil. It helps a lot. Now I'm going to do the background first. Now one I did like tan with blue, one I did blue background with pink. So I'm kind of like, I'm thinking maybe just plain pink even. So let's do a blue background. And of course you guys have seen this. I'm doing this wet palette thing instead of buying a $50 palette. Let me tell you something I threw away last night. That palette was over a week old. So it's just a plastic container, any kind. This is a cupcake container from Dollar Tree, which I use for my big classes. I put each color in here. Brushes, the tape, pen, the directions, everything. That way, it saves me a lot of time. I can do a big class that way without having to get paint dried out on a paper plate. So then this is parchment paper, which I just squished up. Put in here. Now normally I put the paint right on here because I already hid on the paper on a plate. I put it in there and I put the lid on it. And this is from yesterday. Alright. The paint that was on there from before that I pulled out of here was over a week old. So this does make your paint look, but it does spread. See what happens? But you gotta keep it damp, so before I close it up I always give it a spritz, but it's pretty wet so I wouldn't do that. But it'll do it to your thick paints too. But isn't this a good way to save your paints? I thought you guys might like this. So I just take this Dollar Tree. Don't you love the Dollar Tree? So I'm going to do a blue background. What do I got? And lots of pretty blues. Let's see. Let's see what I got. Uh-oh, I dropped something. Oh, no, that's my new painting. I'm doing paintings for my group. Just another story, my membership, which we'll be doing something with that soon for the fall, and we'll let you know. Here's the ultramarine blue. That's kind of a pretty blue too, huh? How about violet? I haven't done a purple background yet. How about a purple background? Some kind of purple background. That would be fun, right? Let's see what I got. Oh, this is a pretty one. These are all deco art. I got a bunch of purple ones. I love this purple iris too. That's a pretty one. Yeah, maybe do purple and orange. That should keep it like on the fall side, right? Then I could do the sunflowers. I have done this too with daisies, white and yellow. That's another option. So I'm kind of leaning towards these purples. This is something different. I'm gonna mix this purple and maybe even with the purple iris with a little blue even. I'm trying to use what I have. You know, just use what you got and don't go out and buy a bunch of colors unless you want to. But I just been trying to just use up what I have. You know, sometimes. Okay. So probably a little bigger brush for the background. Not too big. Some paper towels. So let me get up on the laptop here and see who's on here today, if anybody. Am I up here? Let's see. Refresh. Normally I start at 4 o'clock, so I'm a little early. I figured while I'm setting up, we can tell you about stuff that's going on. Here I am. So like I said, I got this in a watercolor book. I mean, sometimes I put them on canvas, but I've been trying to clean up everything I have and use what I have up. But for me, storing this stuff on these little, now you can get a mixed media, but if you get like a heavy duty watercolor paper, this stuff is like, it's very firm. So you could frame this. You put a piece of cardboard behind it, you know, but it usually comes with the frame. But I keep like all my stuff I'm doing in here, like we just did this. And I got, you know, that. Once this gets full, then I just put it away. There's that painting that we did. It's over here. So I keep a lot of them like right in this book. This was what we did last week before. So that way, you know, it's a good reference. If I decide I want to frame something or sell it, I can do that. Or make a print. So they're a good way to store it. Funny story, I had a friend whose sketches I did. Who, I took classes from her. She's an artist. She's a palette knife artist. And sometimes people want to buy your work when you're not even trying, it seems like. And someone wanted to buy all of her books, her multimedia books, and she sold a couple of them, but she tore out a few she didn't want to share, but the lady bought them, so I thought that was, I never even thought of it, right? All right, so let me get my paper towel. It's right here. So we're going to do the violet. I'm not sure what color I'm going to do this yet, so I'm going to do the violet for the background, just for something different. Let's see if I like it first. I'm going to mix it in with a little bit of blue, so it's like a blue violet. I got some green in here by accident. I'm going to take this cobalt blue and mix it in with that purple iris, just to make it a little more bluer. Any color you want. It's dark, it's pretty. So you can use your big brush if you get an angled brush or a flat brush. I don't know if I like this purple background now that I'm looking at it. I don't think I like it. No, let's do blue. Let's do the blue. It's a little too dark. I'm trying to keep it like on the summery side, but then I want it to be fall too, so I told you I ordered a wreath. I don't know if I told you guys, but I ordered a wreath. And it's kind of like a transitional wreath. It's got like a lot of cabbage roses, but they're kind of like fall colored. But it looks a little Christmassy, but it looks a little fall. So when I get it, I'll show it to you. I think it's due this week. Amazon. Yeah, let's do the blue. I like that better. So, you know, I don't have a lot of storage, so I got to rethink a lot of stuff about, you know, I had a big house, and now I don't. Anyways, if you guys are new, you're new to my group, or haven't chimed in a while, it helps my page and my group. for everybody, helps everybody. If you kind of chime in, say hi. You don't have to start a conversation, but it's good for me and it's good for you. Keeps the page moving. Like I said, if anybody's interested in doing that group, let me know. Or group. The ATC, either a fall or Halloween maybe, trade. Or if you just want to trade some cards with me, let me know. I'll trade with you. I got quite a few here. We could trade 3 or 4. Just my address is right in the ATC group. Just let me know if you want to trade or if you want to join a trade. Or we all do it together. I'm thinking either fall or Halloween, which, like I said, we did last year. So I'm not sure because I think that I have stuff that was Halloween. I gave some out. So I'm thinking I either did a multimedia, one or the other. So I need to get with a small brush and come down in here and do in between the small stuff. So I'll trade to a smaller brush now and get in between this blue. Yeah, I like this blue. This is a bright blue or cobalt. I can't say it. Blue. I don't want a real small one, but I want a round one. Find one here yet. We'll point to it. So I'm not going to do no reading today. We're just going to keep it simple. Summertime. I think a lot of people are busy. Well, school closed, and I pulled a few tomatoes, which I was surprised I got anything this year because everything was so up in the air, helter-skelter. It was just a madhouse trying to figure out. I found 3 or 4 more buckets out there. Oh my God. Of paintings. I'm going to store them in here. They're out in the porches. But yeah, still found more stuff. I have like 4 boxes I'm going to give to Salvo. Well, I'm going to go through the one. I'm not sure. The rest is going in. Most of them are these paint party or this kind of stuff. So, yeah. It's too much. Remember, I've been painting for 40 years. I don't purport to be I'm self-taught, but I don't purport to be any big fancy painter, but I got a lot of paintings because I like to paint. When I'm dead, they're going to say she was prolific. I didn't know what that meant when I first heard it. What that means is that you paint a lot of stuff. Some people aren't prolific, and it goes both ways. Some people say it's good. Some people say it's bad. If you're not so prolific, you don't paint a lot, then your paintings are very few, so they're probably worth more. I would assume if they're worth anything. So, anyways, they're like paint price. So why not share them? It's not like some of them are from that group that I'm in, and they're for paint. They're not like they're pretty, but people would like them. So I said, why not donate them? And I can take it off my taxes too. How about that? I'm not sure how it's different for that kind of thing. So I'll just ask my tax lady. I'll get a receipt. So I'm going to kind of, this is too big. Even smaller brush. Small round. Not too small, but small enough so you can get in between these. I'm going to do the green leaves first, obviously. They got highlights on them, but I'm just going to put the whole thing in green and then come back and do the highlights. And this is just a Kelly green, just a plain green. I put it right on my palette, keeping it wet. There's some green already on here that I'm using. And sometimes I'm in a hurry. I just grab the. I never get it out of the bottle right, the paints, so I end up with like this blobs of paint that I don't use. And sometimes I take it and I'll take my multimedia books, my small ones, and I just take the leftover paint and I make myself some papers to do multimedia with, which is a great way to use up some paint. Or I will, make it into something when peel it off there. Well, actually, it peels off better off this glass palette than it does the paper. And you can make like Christmas ornaments. I've done earrings, all kinds of stuff. Let it dry. Now, some people I shouldn't say some people. I just seen somebody take the palette stuff and actually put it onto a piece of canvas, plain, and frame it. I said, well, and it looked pretty good. She just did she peeled off one big piece. It looked very abstract. I said, well, that's very simple, but it's kind of cool. So if you got a big glass palette, or even if you got the paper one, what I did one time was I just cut around it. And then I got some pictures of stuff that I had made out of it, but when I seen that, I thought, if I get an interesting one, I might do that. The bottom of Diana's palette. Sometimes you look down and you're doing stuff, you're like, that's kind of pretty, you know. I'm kind of leaving a little gap here because I'm going to put some highlights on this. Now in the original paintings, you'll see that I sprinkled on some paint. Put a lot of highlights with the yellow and the white. And then I sprinkle on some color and it kind of makes it look like it's like a rainy day. Because it's supposed to be more like a spring. But we've had a lot of rain, let me tell you, everybody has. Some places are completely flooded. So this kind of is a summer painting too. I was thinking about doing a boat, and it's like a lot. So I have a boat I did a while ago for a party. Came out pretty. I got a frame, I'm gonna hang it up. I just found it. I really still got boxes in that bedroom. My granddaughter's live in there. I want to go and see what I got for fall stuff because I think I'm gonna, give some of that out. It's a big box. I loved Halloween, so it's a big box. So I'm just filling this in with green. No big thing. Then I'm gonna paint the boots. Then we'll come back and do let this all dry. We'll come back and we'll do the flowers. Kind of want this background to be covered it pretty good. The flowers will come over this part, so nothing will really show. I'll tell you, I was sick last week. Oh, I'm pretty sure I had food poisoning. We're pretty sure. I've had it before from leafy greens, and there's been all this stuff going around about there's a lot of stores that had problems. When they had all those romaine scares years ago, I bet you for 10 years I didn't eat romaine. I grew my own. Like Swiss chard and all that, I freeze it. And really, I didn't eat any greens but my stuff. And sometimes I get a little sickly. And I had gotten pretty sick a couple times. It was food poisoning. I mean, I've never been so sick in my life. I almost went to the emergency room. But once I threw up, I was good. Oh, I hate that. So I was sick, I had a backache, and then I had a tummy ache. Hey, Cindy girl. And then I had a backache again, and then I couldn't sleep. And so finally, I'm talking to my granddaughter, and like a 4-year-old. Boy, I felt good afterwards, but what a mess. So then I had one night to sleep, and then I was sick all that day. And the next day was when I threw up, so then I recuperated yesterday. So I had planned on doing some other stuff, but and I'm old, it takes me longer now. But yeah, what a week. But I am not touching any greens from Walmart's anymore. I go down the market, I buy them organic, I'll buy a lot, and I'll freeze them up. I love my greens and beans. I have to have greens. When I was dieting, I lost 26 pounds, by the way. So that's why I ate a lot of greens. It's really good for you. All right. Everything you need. And more lettuce and stuff too, but I just have had a bad history. And then I didn't soak it like I usually do in the baking soda, but it was definitely, that's what it was. So I just can't take it. I didn't go anywhere for 2 or 3 days, All right, so I'm thinking I want the boots, maybe a pink, just solid pink instead of the polka dots. So you guys remember what my favorite pink used to be? I don't think I got any. My Diva pink. Or Tutti Frutti. Ooh, here's some Tutti Frutti. I got Tutti Frutti. That's a pink. I don't think I got any Diva. Do they make Diva pink? I haven't bought it in a while. Like I told you, I got so much paint, I'm trying to use it up. I found another big container, bucket full. So I bought do you guys know what those what do you call it? I'll show it to you. It's this shoe rack that you put on your door. It's right here. What's that? See right there? I got all my paint in it. Isn't that a good idea? So, actually I bought 2. And the other one I put in my bathroom door, and I put all my like bathroom stuff, because there's a little cabinet there, but you gotta bend way down. So this way it's like, oops. So this way it's like right there, so I can get to it. So how convenient. So my granddaughter has a lot of yarn, so I'm looking to find her something she could stick yarn in. At my old house, it got hit by the car. A rack that she could put all her yarn in. This kid loves crochet. Anyways, so I think I'm gonna do this in a pink. So I've been trying to use up everything I got. So I finally got another rack moved to the other side of the room, and I found some big bottles of paint there too. There's that night sky that I love. I'm doing Halloween scenes right now in my I'm painting stuff for my membership and for you guys. So I need a lot of dark, like, Halloween colors. If you guys are stocking up on paint right now, you should be buying oranges and yellows, all the colors that you're going to use for pumpkins. And you should be buying Christmas colors, reds and greens and whites. And that's the ones you want to see. If you go out to Walmart or wherever you buy your paint from, that's what you want to get. This is a small brush. I can go back the other way, fix stuff. So if you're like looking to buy some supplies, every year I kind of make sure I got all those colors. My Christmas gold paint, sparkles, those are all kind of Christmas stuff. Or anything that you like that's, I don't know if you guys notice with some of the stores, the pumpkins and stuff are like a pastel color. And I got a picture of, you guys know what Mackenzie Phillips is, and they got a pumpkin. I'm going to try to emulate it, I don't know if I can. It's like a ombre, it's like a pink and orange and blue ombre, it fades. It's really cool looking, but I don't know if I think I kind of like the traditional colors. I like the white pumpkins, but I don't know. Need a little bigger brush. It's going to have all kinds of lines. Sometimes if you do a bigger brush, you won't get all these lines. See the lines? If you do a bigger brush, you kind of blend it all together. I get a lot of blue on this brush. Let me get it off. So now I can get all those lines out of there. Too many lines. Got a little blue in there. It's okay. Now you could go through if you want to make polka dots. You could take it with a pencil, or you could even do, when this dries, this is a pretty dark color, you could take some chalk. I'll show you with the chalk what you can do. If you got acrylic paint, you're used to paint with it, you should always have a little piece of chalk and a spray bottle. Because if you're a slow painter and it's drying too fast for you, you can give it a little spritz. It'll keep it damp so you can move a little bit longer. Any kind. This is from a grooming spray I had for my dog. Any kind of spray bottle. Yep, a piece of chalk and a water bottle. Two things you gotta have. A blow dryer is nice sometimes. You know, I got a blow dryer down. I just found about a new one. Oh, sorry guys, I gotta move around. My leg is dead. I was in this chair all day yesterday and Thursday night. Oh my god, my leg is going dead. Did my class last night. I painted most of the day. Wow. Ow. I painted most of the day, say Thursday. This is one of the months it's going to be in my membership. It's called Harvest Moon. Isn't that pretty? That's from a drawing I did, which is actually in a video from last year. So, my leg is so dead. I gotta move around. Oh, it hurts. I gotta get a different chair for in here. I've been looking, but it's not out of room, so I had a swivel chair, but I've been using it in the kitchen. I need like a swivel one, but I need something for big butts. Just haven't gotten to it. This has been pretty good, but it doesn't matter if if I don't stand up, then I have to sit down. So yeah, it could be too much sometimes. All right, so I'm putting the pink in still. Leave a little line here, since I'm going to make a highlight. I kind of want to leave that there a little bit. Just makes it easier to remember. Chris, if you got dark, if you did it with the ink, it's going to show up anyway, so. I think this pink and blue look kind of pretty together. It's kind of a little bit funky looking right now, but you know, you gotta go through the ugly stage first, right? Take that blue, kind of fix up this edge a little bit. There you go. Now you got this little tab, I guess, for your strap. So I do that pink and then go around this little circle here. Yeah, then I did like a witch's hat, which I did last week. And I'm doing this rooster thing with flowers. It's so pretty. Those are all for my membership. I try to get a little bit ahead. I'm going to use this purple for this. So that, you know, because the holidays get busy, you know. And I've already had somebody call about a class. I don't know if they're going to accept it, but they do call. You know. I tell them the deal and they can say yes or no. Put a little dark right here with that purple. Alright. A little bit of that purple in here is kind of pretty. Kind of blended it in. It was on the brush actually. Alright, so you want to highlight this. So I go back with some white. I actually, wait a minute. I highlighted some of these, so go put this back up, with Posca pen too, which is another thing. It's really pretty when you do it with a Posca pen, which I did do in a couple of these I see. Just kind of fixing up some pieces that need to be painted. Like the background. Yeah, I'm going to need a little bit of white though. I still need some white, a little bit. I'm not sure what I want to do with the flowers. Do I want to do the flowers like sunflowers, or do I want to do them like daisies? With that blue background with the white and pink, or white and yellow might look good. A little more summery. Put a highlight with the white right here. Just kind of highlight a few things. You kind of do everything. Just kind of makes it look better. Alright, so I do think I am going to do daisies instead of sunflowers. Now on the one with the blue boots, if you've seen it, I did pink flowers with orange and white center. So let's do something different. Let's do daisies. So I'm going to put the yellow centers in first. And I'm going to do a clean brush. Not too small, not too big for the centers. I don't want to be here all day painting those centers. So I think I need some fresh water here. So let's paint the middle. I can do the highlights later. I'm going to go right ahead. Paint these middles yellow. So you can be pretty creative. Any of these templates that I give you, I kind of like to do when I do a class. I did this in a class once. Give them the option of, you know, being able to change the painting, you know, maybe to match their decor in their home, you know. Need a little more leaf right there, whatever it may be. Now I could do the outside this orange or white. I think I am going to do it white though. I think I am. I'm going to take that small brush, go back. I need to have another green leaf here. Just maybe do it this way. I need to put some highlights on these leaves too. This background will be green back here. let's go ahead and put some highlights on these leaves. A little bit like fried eggs, don't they? So when I come to these outside edges, I can fill it in a little bit better. So I'm going to take some yellow and kind of highlight some of these with some yellow. Where the veins are. You can make your own, you could add on, whatever you want to do. White if you want to. A little bit of white. Just kind of show the shape off a little bit. On the outside edge. Not all of them, just some of them. Tiny brush I got. We'll kind of fix this edge up a little bit here. Okay, what do we got here? Oof, can't take it. Can't get off my butt. I'm gonna lean this way a minute. Lean to the other side. Okay. I got my pinky, I put my pinky in there, sometimes I hit the other part. Yeah. Alright, so let's get a bigger brush and the white. And that'll be the big stuff. Then we're going to detail with the Posca brush. I'm going to splash on some color. I need a flat brush, not too big, or a round brush. Round brush. We're going to go into the white. And we're going to kind of just go like this. Oh, got too much yellow on it. Well, I need a fresh big towel. And a smaller brush. There we go. I'm going to kind of put it on like a little petals like, but I'm going to follow the shape, if that makes any sense. I'm going to put it on like this, little lines, little petals, just lay it down. It's a round brush, or if you got pointy filberts, if you know what that is, either or. Get yourself a daisy. Follow the shape. Just lay it down, push it out. And I'm going to have to kind of put some like low light in there actually. Different look. You can still do the sunflowers. It's just orange and yellow. There's a little yellow in this paint, but that's okay. It's okay. Make sure you cover up some of the lines from your tracer. Like I said, we're going over some of this to let it dry. I got my dryer here with my Posca pen. It gives it a different look too. We're going to splash on some paint, finish up the highlights on these. Some of this is a little see-through, so I got to go over it a couple times. Where the pen marks are showing through. Yeah, so it's kind of cool here now. It's really not. You're going to go back up to over 90 again. It's like so weird up here this year. We get a lot of floods though. We've had 13, 14 tornadoes. Guys, this is not tornado Italy. We don't get tornadoes. We get snow. We were down over 100 inches last year in snow. Last time I knew. That's a lot. But that's bad because our plants are used to that. They need the snow cover, so without it, I get a lot of, well, at my old house I did. I get what they call heaving. It's freeze, hot, and the plants will just come out. They really do. They need the snow cover. Every area is different, but in the Northeast, they need it, so you lose a lot of plants, you know. On the other hand, they change us to a zone 6, so I can put in plants that like warmer, so that's good. The plants that don't like it cooler, that's a problem. Can't really have a shady spot because they don't grow in the shade, but you can put them in a semi spot, but you gotta figure that out, you know. Sometimes it's not easy to figure that stuff out. So I'm gonna get a little smaller brush, and I'm gonna take, I really need like a black or something, but I can probably do the white. Just go through and do these little things I made to show that there's a highlight on it. You could do this in black too, but I'm afraid it would look funny, so I'm just gonna do white, just to give the indication of, the centers. I'm gonna go through here, just kind of do this little edge. You could actually probably do that little orange, might be looking better. There you go. The orange might look better. I got some orange over here, so let's kind of go around this edge and a little white. No, I think I like it just plain. Yeah, that's better. Get plain. Just trying to cover up some of these lines. Some showing through is kind of cool. That's okay. There's just a little too much here. All right, so now let's splash on some paint because that gives it kind of a fun look. And I did just take some white and I did kind of make a table line like right here, just kind of randomly. And get yourself a medium-sized to big brush. Go into your white paint. Add some water. Make it loose. The water's really dirty. Don't judge people. And then you can kind of, there's a lot of ways to do it, but I do it this way sometimes. That way I don't get too much. This gives it like that rainy day look. Don't be afraid, just let it go. Don't be afraid. And then what I do is I kind of added a few more leaves that are kind of coming off the plant like this, just for some interest. You give them a little highlight if you want. With the white or the yellow, or the yellow, what the yellow. Just a tad, just so you know they're like a, oh, that's too much. Oh, that's okay. Just so you know they're leaves. They're kind of blowing off this thing here. And now, let's dry this, guys. Let me dry this. Got a new dryer. Nice, huh? The other one I had was my hairdressing dryer, and I had that thing maybe 10 years. Got a good deal on it, so I'm going to dry it. Let's put some Costco pens on. I'll show you a dip it in. One dip it does. It's almost time to order some, but I got a bunch of pens right here I can move over. They haven't been filled yet. I don't think I got any more white ones, so So if you haven't got a blow dryer, you can just take a look at a paper plate or something. That's what I had to do in the live class, and just, I'm glad I moved my liquids better. When you're using your Posca pens, I ruined one. I didn't know. And you do them on acrylic, but it has to be dry acrylic. Now, if it stopped working, you know it's still good. Just get yourself some rubbing alcohol, put it on the end, or soak it in there, and it will come back. I went and did a whole tray of them, of ones I thought were dead, and I had like 15, I think 7 of them I saved. I didn't know that. So another thing, a little rubbing alcohol. It gets paint out of stuff like clothing. I'm low on mine, but I got some in here somewhere. I'll do this with though. Sometimes I wash my brushes. I left one out last night by accident, and I'll just soak it a little bit of alcohol, or hand wipes, or hand gel. Over 70%. It's got to be alcohol. Okay, this is pretty dry. Come out cute. I like this pink and blue. The purple seemed like a good idea, but it didn't work out. Okay, how do you get this off? There you go. Just cute. Kind of like daisies though. So let me turn this around. So anybody comes on here later, you can rewatch this. I put posts up. So come back and rewatch. Okay, I gotta. Oh god, this thing is like stalled again. I don't know what it's doing. I don't know. Alright, here I am. Alright, so that's a crayon. White crayon. Well, here's the chalk. If you take some chalk, I was telling you can make circles after this is dry. Before you do all this, you want little polka dots on here. You could even use these things, and you could just make polka dots. Just go right around the edge with it, make polka dots. But what's nice though is you can just wipe it off with your finger, something wet, paper towel. Just make your little circles all over. You know, you can do that. That's what I did. Like that. And then if you don't like it, you don't want to do that, put water in here. It comes right off. No big thing. That's what's nice about the chalk. When I got a big class, I get a pack of it, give everybody a piece. Alright. Do this like 20 times. Pound it. That. Not too much, it'll get runny. Alright. So now I can do, I can do more highlights. Put in some little squiggle marks, like little vines coming up here. I can put more designs on the leaves here. Kind of encircle them. It gives it a really cool look. Yeah, kind of a fun thing, you know. It's kind of fun stuff. Yeah. So that's basically it. And that just gives you a little something extra for the background, you know, something fun. Pretty, huh? Post a picture, take a picture of it. So just a reminder, next Saturday I'm pulling the winners for the summer challenge. I'm going to do several, so be looking for that. Whatever date it is, I think it's the 31st. Next Sunday is the 1st. Labor Day weekend, I believe, right? Put my lid on my paints. I've got a few more days out of it. I got a week out of the last batch, but they spread. That's the only problem. But they do that on the $50 one too, and that's with the thick paints, the heavy body ones. But that's great to have, like when I'm doing a big painting and you're drying out, and I do it in steps. You can't really do it all at once. You can, but it'll kill you. I have no shoulders left now, so. And I'm looking to do another ATC trade. If you're interested, put trade, ATC or fall trade. I'm not sure. I don't know if we're going to do a fall or a Halloween. I think we did a Halloween one last year. So let me know, and I will see you guys Thursday night. I'm thinking about adding another day in. I'm going to change the schedule a little bit. I used to do Tuesdays, but I think I need to put something on days because I have people that like the days, but you know, it being summer, it's kind of a hard thing to do. When I did Painting with a Twist, we did a lot of nights, and our days we did in the winter because people wanted to stay inside, you know what I mean? So, and we didn't do as many summer classes, except for like baby showers and that kind of stuff, bridal showers, stuff like that. All right, guys, so have a great night. I hope inspiration finds you wherever you go. And guys, make some great art. And I will see you next week. Bye, guys.